Hello students, how are you doing? Welcome to the next video. Today actually I brought you a very important lesson. So the lesson I'm about to be explaining them, a lot of my students, they have asked me different questions about them. And that's why I made the decision to create a new video about them to make it clarified. So let's jump right in. Inshallah, you will certainly understand some key points, some key important portion of today's lesson. Okay, so our this lesson is about this sort of kind of and type of. So currently, if you take a profound look, there are some not differences, but when it comes to understanding well, they're actually very identical. We can use them in different occasion, right? Articles. The article an is usually dropped when it comes to using these sort of kind of in type of, right? So I'm not saying to use this structure like using the article or still possible, you can use them, but it will be considered informal, right? Try to consider the formality in the informality, and then it will be certainly correct, right? So as I told you before, the article are still possible, you can use them, but that is going to be not formal but informal, right? So we have a few examples, and then you will certainly understand it. That's a funny sort of a car. You will have to take a profound look here. We have got here what the article. What's article? Article is a and we call it article, right? So we can delete it as well. If we delete it, the sentence will be considered formal. If not, the sentence will be considered informal, right? That's it. For example, that's a funny sort of a car. That's a funny sort of car. But the next we have is what sort of bird is that, right? What sort of a bird is that? What sort of bird is that, right? You can use different sentences. Singular and plural. These types of, and these kind of. You need to understand them well. A lot of grammarians are saying that this is going to be felt incorrect to use after sort of the plural nouns. It's not going to be considered infidelities. What the books say, we accommodate them, right? So one thing what I want to tell you, so I would type of and kind of type of and sort of, it is always better to use the singular noun. You can also use as well the plural noun as well, but that is going to be felt some sort of incorrect, right? So let's jump right in some example and then you will understand it. We have this sort of car is enormously expensive to run. Listen here. The first sentence is very formal. The first sentence is formal, right? And the second sentence we have is these sort of cars are enormously expensive to run. The second one, I'm not saying this is totally incorrect, but this is not going to be very formal. So in a formal context, in a formal style, it is always a priority to avoid using them. That's it. We're going to the next one. We have got here the softeners. Informal style, sort of and kind of, right? Kind of can be used before almost any word or expressions. It's a very important key point, right? So when we are not speaking very exactly, or what we say is less definite, right? So we have some sort of examples, and then you will certainly understand them. So here we have, for example, she's a kind of stranger, right? She's a kind of a stranger. We cannot say she's a kind of a stranger. She's a kind of stranger, right? So the next we have is like we sort of thought. We sort of thought you might forget, right? So these were today's lesson. I hope you find it useful. If you have any sort of question about today's lesson, if you did not notice some part, some of the usages, you can tell me in the comment below. I will certainly answer, inshallah. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos.